everyone. This video is to give you some quick tips on proper form while you're exercising. Proper form is important so that you know you're doing your exercises safely and that you're actually in proper form so that you are targeting the muscles that you're intending to work out. First, let's talk about foot positioning. You want to make sure that your feet are about hip width distance apart. You want to make sure that they are pointed straight forward. Some of us have a natural standing position where our feet are turned out or inward. You want to make sure that your feet are pointing straight ahead. Next, anytime we're doing an exercises where you're bending the knees, you want to make sure that your knees are over your, in alignment with your toes, so over the tracks with your toes, instead of going out or inward. Okay, so pay attention to that. Next, let's talk about core activation. For some of you who have never done exercises before, especially those targeting the core, it's important that you really learn to awaken those muscles for just whole body stability. The abdominal muscles really do stabilize us in all of our exercises and in just functional living. So it's important to have a nice strong core. So what I want you to start doing is learning to pull your belly button back towards your spine, nice and tight. And you release, and then pull that belly button back towards your spine, nice and tight. It might be easy for you to, or easier for you to start feeling this by doing some exercises on the floor with your legs straight out, arms by your side. Pull that belly button in back towards your spine. Start awakening that way. The workout videos will have some core exercises in there, and they will get easier over time as you start awakening and strengthening those muscles. Next, anytime we're doing an exercise where the upper body is coming forward, we are not folding forward as in allowing our shoulders to come forward. We keep our shoulders back and down, nice and strong down our back, and we keep our chest lifted. So for example, with a squat, we are what's called hinging at our hips. We are pressing our hips back, keeping our upper body lifted and coming down. Notice how my chest stays lifted and coming up. You will notice the weight of your body in your heels during these exercises. So if we're coming forward, we're not ever doing this. Okay, we keep that chest nice and strong and lifted, shoulders down our back. Now, back to the shoulders. It's important that you really start rolling those shoulders back and down. Our society is one where all of us are folding forward all the time, looking at our phones, sitting down at a desk, folding forward. So this, all the exercises that we do for proper alignment is actually going to reinforce proper posture, which is what all of us really need. So learning to do that, rolling your shoulders back and down and keeping them down. How you know that you need some work to do with your shoulders if you raise your arms above your head and your shoulders want to do this. It's really common. You want to make lots of space around your ears and learn to press those shoulder blades down your back. You don't want this, you want this. Nice and strong. This will get easier over time. A good exercise for this is one called cactus arms or goalpost arms that we use a lot of times in yoga. You're reaching up, pressing those shoulder blades back and down, squeezing them together. This will help to reinforce proper posture. Next, let's talk about awakening your glutes, also known as your booty. You want to learn to start engaging the glutes independently and together, okay, for your exercises and for functional fitness. Walking up the stairs, lifting a box, things like that. Okay, it's really important, just along with the rest of the muscles in your body, that you have a really strong glute activation practice in your life. So the best way to do that, to start awakening those muscles, is by sitting on the floor, either in crisscross applesauce or your feet straight out, I don't care. But you just basically want to start by engaging one, maybe your right glute, and release your left glute, and release right and left and right and left. You can do it together, squeeze both together and release, and just practice that throughout your day to really awaken the glute muscles, because if you do not have a strong foundation in your glutes, you're going to put undue stress on your back, on your joints, all that, okay? Lastly, let's talk about breathing. I want you to breathe in such a way that when you inhale, your belly expands, and when you exhale, you're pulling in those abdominal muscles and getting all the air out. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Now, if you are doing an exercise where you are activating the glutes and they're contracted, obviously you're not going to, allow your abdominal muscles to expand while you're breathing in, because you're holding those muscles. So what you're going to do for those exercises is you're just going to do chest breathing. So if you're holding your core in tight, you're going to notice that your chest is going to rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. The typical rule, the general rule with exercise is that you inhale and that you exhale on exertion. So for example, with a squat, you inhale as you come down, and I'm going to exhale as I'm engaging my glutes to bring me back up. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Same thing with a bicep curl. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale on exertion. Okay. I think that's all I have for now. You are free to start awakening your body in new and wonderful ways if exercise is new to you. And enjoy the videos. Contact me if you have any questions.